It's your girl Lauren Rei, and we are here. It's Tuesday night. You already know what time it is. It's time for Lauren Rei Live.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's up?
I'm chilling. How are you?
It's a new week.
It always is.
And you know, I feel like it's my Monday for some reason.
It's definitely my Monday.
It's definitely your Monday for sure.
I'm over here dragging. I'm here for the call.
But I think that I thought I'm having Monday 2.0 right now.
Oh,
For some
really?
reason. Yesterday was crazy. Today was crazy. But I blame that on the real 9 to 5.
Word.
But we here, we in the building, we work. You guys already know.
Northern Liberties.
What we're going to do. First, shout out really quick. I have to do this before I do anything. Because if I don't, she's going to kill me.
Okay.
My number one fan, who's on Facebook Live.
Is Lauren?
It's your boo. Yes.
What's up, boo?
Happy birthday to my mama, everybody. Today is my mom's birthday.
Oh, yeah, she did tell me she wanted to come out of cake later, so
you know what? You always gotta do
I'll
the
see you
most.
later, Miss Lauren Rei.
Gotta do the most. But yeah, it's my mama's birthday, and she is just, forever young, looking great out here.
Say word.
So happy birthday, mama. I love you.
That's what's up.
I give you that quick shout out.
Yeah, I'll see you later. Huh?
No. Actually, my dad likes it too, yo.
Oh, what up?
Oh, all right,
Yeah.
basically. And then quick shout out to our girl Darcel Lori, who also is here in WeWork tonight.
Yeah.
She's having
Get her
a
seminar
on right now. So shout out to Darcel. She usually is watching, but she's getting her work on. So we want to say hello to her real quick. But everybody, we have special guests in the building. I'm so excited about this tonight. We have the Hood Genius podcast here in the building. Say hello to everybody on
What up, world?
We have been promoting this for some time. Me and Ms. 100 have been talking back and forth like, yo, when we going to link back up so we can get each other on each other's shows. And then he brought his beautiful co-host Lady T here as well. But you guys, we're going to start off with what we do good.
Yeah.
And my favorite.
But wait.
More stuff? Oh, we didn't take care of business.
Yes, we got to pay the bills.
We got to pay the bills first around here. First off, shout out to Water Ice.
Yeah, waterice.com, your street to everything Philly. Make sure you sign up for the newsletter, waterice, WODRICE.com, and get the insights on everything that's going on in Philadelphia culture. What up, Swizzy? What up, Farrah? Everybody over there.
Fair girl.
And you can catch us on social media, on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. Again, it's all Waterice, WODRICE.
And
check them out.
Did you guys know that we were sponsored by Samsung Technology?
Yeah.
Yes, all this beautiful equipment you
Shout out to Samsung.
Nice. So, can't forget you guys. So, I pay the bills, right?
Yeah.
I'm good. I didn't want to get fired. I don't want Swizzy call me like, yo, what are you doing?
And also follow Lauren Rei Live on social media as well.
Yes, guys. We are on Twitter. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We are on Snapchat. But most importantly, we are on SoundCloud with over 100 episodes of the Lauren Rei Live Show.
Oh, wow.
So you have an array of anything that you want to listen to.
There's a lot of good episodes.
There's actually a lot of really good stuff on there. A lot of comical stuff as well. You guys will really enjoy it. So make sure you guys are checking the official Lauren Rei Live SoundCloud page as well.
Now we're good.
Now I can get into my show.
Let's do it.
Alright guys, so you know what time it is. It's time for the Retro Recap. Yes, the Retro Recap is the time of the show where we talk about any and everything that is retro. It can be sports. It can be politics.
Celebrity gossip.
Celebrity gossip.
That's your favorite.
Local news. It can just be pretty much anything.
Anything.
And please believe they make my job easy for me because people stay wrenching every day.
Yes, they do.
Alright, so you guys, my PowerPoint that y'all wanted to make fun of. Let's jump into it.
I love it.
So, this person stay ratchet. And his whole team. So, they probably will be on here
consistently every week for the next however many years they're going to be on.
I'm just going to say 4 unless impeachment happens, right?
Exactly.
So the first story on deck is that the Trump administration is ending Michelle Obama's Let Girls Learn Education program along with her healthy eating initiative. They're ending it.
Of course they are.
Of course they are. But do you have anything for Ivanka to do? That's my question.
Is it Ivanka?
What's her name?
Melania.
Oh, Ivanka's the daughter that Nancy has the first lady.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Melania, where is Melania? Melania is like, where's Waldo?
Great, good. Let's keep it that way.
Nobody can find her.
And
right?
It's totally fine.
And I'm okay with that.
Be in this mess.
But yeah, let's talk about this real quick. So Michelle Obama started the Let Girls Learn education initiative to help facilitate educational opportunities for girls in developing countries in 2015.
They didn't even let it breathe for more than 2 years. Like it just happened.
It just catched its breath.
Jeez.
Right. So Donald Trump and his administration is now ending it. Michelle launched this in 2015 to change the perception of the value of girls at the individual, community, and institutional levels. Foster an enabling environment for adolescent girls' education and to engage and equip girls to make life decisions and important contributions to society. How do you end that? After reading that, how do you end that? How do you say, you know what? We're good.
Let's set them back another 50 years. That's crazy.
Women don't need to learn anything.
That's so nutty, man. That whole administration's nutty. It's a reality show. It's not even. I don't feel like it's real life. It's not real life.
It isn't real, to be honest.
No.
I'm Twilight going with it.
Exactly. And I just kind of feel like I don't even know how you explain to the young girls that are part of this program. Right. I'm sorry, we're not going to be doing this.
Yeah, right. It's like, good luck somewhere else.
Good luck with your education.
Now we're here.
And then to add insult to injury, everyone knows how Michelle was so passionate about the Let's Move initiative, about the healthy eating and like
she's trying to end obesity.
Obesity, right. So they're cutting back on it. So they actually said now, because she had made all these school lunch restrictions.
Less trash, more
healthy. Not a lot of carbs and like more whole wheats and fruits and stuff like that. Right. They said, nah, you don't got to do that more. Keep pumping them with the pasta.
And the fake food process.
Like now they don't have to, like she had it where they had to give out fat-free milk. Now they can go ahead and do like the 1%, 2% now, back the whole if necessary.
I'm not gonna lie, I usually get 2%, I'm not gonna lie.
Alright,
or almond milk.
I don't know what school.
I don't drink milk. I drink soy milk.
I
drink soy milk.
I eat cereal every now and then, but I'm not a big milk person. I like to splash my cereal with milk, so it don't really matter.
And I can eat cereal anytime of the day. I eat that anytime of the day. Dinner, lunch, breakfast, snack. Coming back from the club, I don't care. If I'm craving it, I'll eat it.
Right. I can't.
I break the rules.
But you probably also drink the milk.
Yup.
No.
Yup. That's the best part.
No.
What you talking about, man?
I drink the milk.
That's the best part.
I'm good. I think I'm lactose. I don't need those problems. No, sir. But yeah, so this is unfortunate. You know, like, what else can he really do at this point, y'all?
Well, that remains to be seen.
Nothing surprises me.
Nothing.
I just feel like day by day, it literally, I know people make fun of me because of it. Like, I literally get up in the morning and watch the news. So I watch like the Today Show and stuff. I'm just like, I do. And I just be like, what did he do? What's he doing today?
Like, I just feel like, my thing is, like, if you're going to get rid of something, you should replace it with something as good or better. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
But he's just like taking things away for what?
But not replacing it with
no, he's like, nah, we're just gonna wild out for the next 4 years.
Right, we're just good on this right now. So it's just like, it doesn't make any sense. But they said that he is, somebody calculated his tweets so far in the 100 days, and it was like a ridiculous number, and an alarming rate how much he tweets.
Right. Do you think it's actually him tweeting, or do you think it's like he has someone who does that?
With the grammatical errors, it's definitely him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He hasn't even thought yet. Maybe I should just hire somebody. Like I can just hire someone.
Or he could literally just be like,
he can just text it.
Hey, write this real quick on the Twitter.
Like this is what I'm trying to say. No, he doesn't do that. He's that. His ego is that big that he wouldn't do that. I think he just recently tweeted. He just tweeted something crazy not too long ago, like today, something like this government needs a good shutdown or something like that. No, the goal is not to have the government.
Didn't we have a shutdown like a couple years ago and that went really bad?
When nobody went to work with Obama?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And they were like, that's a bad idea. Even Republicans were saying that. Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. But we gotta move on because we can talk about him pretty much all day forever. So next up, this was my favorite thing to do over the weekend. My Netflixing.
I finished the whole series.
I finished today actually.
At work.
Oh, okay. I mean, you had a day off?
No, I didn't have a day off. I'm productive when I watch Netflix.
Okay, sure. Okay.
Shout out to my seeking family. Okay, anyway.
As in, I see you.
Shut up. So, Dear White People has hit Netflix. It came out on the 26th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
10.
Did y'all watch it?
Did y'all watch it?
watching it last night, first episode.
Okay.
You just started, okay.
Yeah, just started.
Just started?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So,
interesting.
it was very interesting. Did you see the movie, though?
I didn't.
Yeah, I missed the
I didn't see
movie.
the
I saw the movie, and I wasn't a fan of the movie.
Oh.
It was
Okay.
definitely not what I thought it was going
What
to
did
be.
you think of the show?
The show is everything. So this is character. If you didn't see the movie, this is great. Don't see the movie. Just
Okay.
keep it here because technically I knew a lot of the stuff already from the movie.
Okay.
So basically, what the show is doing is character developing for you, but you've not learned some of these things already in the movie.
Are the characters that are in the show in the movie?
Yes,
Okay.
pretty much the same character.
Okay.
Maybe different names. No, not different names. They are the same.
So here's my thing about the show. I thought it was like, as far as like the banter, it was really funny.
Okay.
Like, the conversations were funny.
Right.
But it was predictable. Like I knew, all the big twists. I was like, yeah, I saw that coming.
So
Like
this is how I feel about the show. I feel like the show.
I still watched it.
So, without further ado, Twitter went ham on all the white people who had something to say about it.
Black Twitter is
Black
never
Twitter
asleep. It's
will-
days woke.
All 24 hours,
7
it
days a
will
week.
end your business.
25
days, right? So this one person, I want to read directly what his tweet was. He says, so Black Twitter started a whole series of tweets like as if white people were black people.
Right.
So his one quote, the first one that started it, he was like, "Oh, I know what would happen. Your things will say, dear black people, I'm sorry for undermining your experiences with my racial privilege."
That's what.
Or dear black people, sorry for the systematic oppression we call bearing you from equal education housing and led you to a prison system. So Black Twitter went in for like 24 hours straight.
Sure.
After this aired. But why do we have to do this every time black people come out with like a serious show? They did the same thing with
Blackish.
Yeah.
They did the same thing with Luke Cage. Like, oh, there's no white characters in. His girlfriend was white on him.
But you want to count up all the movies? Like we can do a tally of all the movies that had none of white people with no, not even just black people, but other races in them. Like, are we really gonna go there? We could tally up. We could do that.
We could.
Or all the time they whitewash main characters.
Friends, they had no black people. How many seasons?
Sex in the City, it took like 7 seasons before they got Lauren Rei Live Show.
I think, was Gabby or Union on Friends? Somebody was on Friends.
No.
Aisha
Aisha Tyler.
Tyler.
And that was like season 6.
That was the last season.
Okay.
Pretty much when they did it Ross.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So please stop.
Yeah.
This show.
In New York. Let alone.
No black people.
Okay.
Please give us a break.
Yeah.
We can't have anything.
And Blackish, by the way, is one of the best shows on
It's
TV.
really good.
No,
It's
it's
really good.
Huh?
No.
You've never watched Blackish?
It took me a while to watch it too. It's funny.
Yeah,
It's really, really good. See, Netflix teases you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, so when the next season is gonna come out? Just like how.
Well, I mean, you gotta think, but see, that's how TV is though. They'll drop. It's like one season a year, so I mean, that's what it is.
I guess so.
So like, the thing is, like, everybody watches it within the first 2 days, and it's like, all right, and you're twiddling your thumbs.
You're like, what else to do?
Right.
That's definitely what it is.
Right.
All right, guys. So moving on to this story, I had to put a sports story in there for y'all.
Appreciate that.
Men in the building.
We're not gonna talk about how Drew Pearson trolled the Eagles fans. We're not gonna talk about that at the second round.
I'm
Okay.
not gonna allow you to do that. Shout out to Philly for hosting a great event.
It was a very great event.
NFL draft.
Over 100,000 people.
They actually are talking about having it again.
Yeah.
The city showed up.
Yeah, they said it was like the biggest.
It was the biggest crowd turnout. It was over 100,000 people that came through for the day one.
Yeah.
Money.
A lot of money.
Definitely.
And apparently
Open
some
the
other
schools.
city was trying to get it, and they were like, if you're not gonna do it like Philly, then
Yeah.
don't even do it.
You know what's funny? Like I was kind of worried that because they're doing outside, I was kind of worried like it's April, late April, May.
The weather was amazing.
It couldn't have been better. Like it was perfect. It wasn't too hot. It was,
right.
You know what I mean? Like,
It was perfect.
yeah, it was absolutely. That was I going back to my conspiracy theory. I think the government controlled the weather. So
You
I think
you on the right show today. You on the right show. You on the right show today.
You definitely.
Definitely.
Y'all both are?
Definitely.
Oh,
not
y'all.
people's.
Oh yeah, I said we on the right show today. Hey, I'm over here like, I don't know how it happens, but I think so too.
Yeah,
That's right.
Football makes a lot of money. Then they have a lot. They have a
Yeah,
lot
the
of
weather was perfect.
You know,
Yeah, it was perfect.
How you won't control the weather?
Oh,
Wait a minute, later on that night, I don't know where you did a fur or something, because it was fur.
We're in a consumer.
Yeah, I don't know. Not all those nights. The
I said,
Thursday.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, just that night was just perfect.
True.
I'm just saying.
Today, before this, week before the draft, a couple days before the draft, actually, ESPN did major layoffs, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It was a
Just
lot.
chopping.
On-air analysts, reporters, writers.
Right, they were just doing all crazy type of stuff. But this one was, somebody help me, Ed Wider?
Oh, word. Yeah.
I don't know who he is, but this just jumped out at me because Complex is my go-to.
Ed Werder, yeah.
Ed Werder reveals that ESPN actually asked him to cover the draft
They savage.
after
They laid him
him
off.
off.
That's savage.
Why would you do that?
Oh, by the way,
We just gave you walking papers, but the draft is tomorrow.
and you're the best. Like, come on, man, that's corny.
That is horrible.
I don't think they should have waited until after the draft and then, you know what I mean? Because that's a big event.
That's huge. He just recently did an appearance on Doomsday podcast. I don't know the podcast. It's probably the first podcast.
Well, did you also hear because of all those layoffs and firings, and then they kept Michael Smith and Jamel Hill, who hosts the Sports Center at 6, which is like the main show, and then like they got mad heat from like Twitter saying like, oh, why they let go of all these other people and not them, and they're not as good, blah 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 blah. I think it has to do with some other things, but
oh, here you go. What does it have to do with
that's
Jay?
skin color, yo. They both yeah, you know what I mean? Right. And they just started doing that Sports Center 6 like in September, like when
But white people got laid off.
right. But what I'm saying is they weren't really talking about anybody else other than them two. Like,
I got you.
why they still on air?
I got you.
You know what I mean? It's just like,
Definitely.
see, they got that job for a reason. You know?
Go ahead, you got it.
You know, I had this whole thing, like he said the color thing, right? I had this whole thing about life period is like life is all about color anyway, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you always hear artists talk about they see their music in color. Right? They see stuff in color.
Synesthesia.
Yeah.
When they're able to see like colors. When they hear music, they see color.
Color forms emotion. You know what I'm saying? You know, I talked about this before. Like Facebook you ever wonder why they never changed the color blue? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a stimulant to keep you in a good mood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Colors are stimulate, stimulates emotion, and it's not no different when you're talking about race. You know what I'm saying? I've said, sorry to say, black people, or people of color stimulate their energy that's given off and that can't be duplicated. You know what I'm saying? And it's hated upon all around the world. I'm just stop here. You know what I'm saying?
I just feel like I didn't because I don't really follow. I didn't follow. I just knew that there was like a bunch of layoffs and stuff like that. I didn't hear that particular story.
I did.
But
I did.
You did. I didn't see that. What is it? Was it backlash on social media first?
Yeah, like on Twitter and like they were like on the comment section on the FBS.
So this story is definitely off the top of my head, but of course because I watch the news and stuff. But this is local news that in this area, actually in Northern Liberty, there are people vandalizing like the condos and the apartments and stuff that they're building around here.
Really?
Yeah, and putting stuff on there about like gentrification.
Oh wow!
And like only vandalizing like high-end cars, like foreign cars, like BMWs or.
So you don't know who owns those cars though?
They don't.
Right.
But they're basically saying that this is still in the city. Y'all are tearing down all of the, running out all the people who live in these areas and stuff like that. And it was last week, and maybe somewhere near here, it was a whole development that was being built that went on fire.
But my thing about the whole gentrification thing is about when new companies and new developments come in. The problem with that is that they're not including the community that's already there.
Correct.
They're pushing them out. That's the issue. Like I'm all for like people coming in with new businesses, entrepreneurs coming in, non-chain, establishments. I'm all for that. But I think you have to as new people coming in. I feel like there is a certain like obligation to give back to the community that's there. Either like somehow incorporating them in your business somehow, some way, or giving back to the community with the youth or whatever. There's got to be something. It can't just be like, all right, well, we here by. That's the whole colonialization thing. Like going back to that thing, and that's what the problem is. And I think that's what people don't understand. Like I said, I'm all for bringing in new businesses and new to stimulate the economy, the community. But we're not giving it back, or not.
People want to feel like they exist too.
Exactly. And there's a reason why people come in. They come to certain areas of the city. One of them, obviously, they're going to be able to flip the houses because it's going to be cheaper because that's what it is. But there's also something else that brings you to these communities. Like I always get upset. Like I got really upset in Fishtown because like on Girard, Frankfurt and Girard, they used to have food trucks.
Yep, they
did. Like late night.
They don't have it anymore?
No, they stopped that like almost a year ago, man.
Wow.
They stopped doing
it. Used to be right on.
Right, you know where Wells Fargo Bank is?
Yeah. The taco truck there was everything.
Yeah. And they took that away because people were complaining like, oh, it's a nuisance, a noise nuisance, and blah, blah, there's, people leaving trash. But it's like, this is the reason why you moved to this neighborhood was because there was so much going on. There was bars, there was clubs, there was restaurants, all this other stuff. And then now you want to cut things down, 2 o'clock, and you're not giving the economy time to make some money. Like when you have these things like food trucks, especially people. I mean, like Philadelphia is an industry city as far as like restaurants and clubs and
we are
bars.
A foodie city.
We're a foodie city, so like there's going to be people coming in after work 4 o'clock in the morning that need something to eat other than 7-Eleven, and like wow, right? You know what I mean? So like those are little things that they get rid of. And they, when local communities, they're like, oh, this is bad, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, you weren't even here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they were here before you were here. And then you want to come in and try to change me. This is the reason why you moved here.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff, it hurts.
Well, people are tired of it.
Yeah.
They're over it.
I didn't know they were doing that, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. It was like a big thing last night, definitely. They arrested 2 people.
Oh, wow.
But because on one business, they wrote like a whole, like, get out of our neighborhoods. But it was crazy. It was wild.
Yeah, that's wild.
I'm sure we'll see more of it.
There's a lot of condos and high rises getting built at the moment.
Yes,
like in every single neighborhood. Like you go from like Kensington all the way down, going even up to West Philly as well. There's a lot.
That's just what it's happening.
Yeah.
Nothing we can do about that. All right, guys. So you had some honorable mentions for the rest of the you know how we do. This was, I shouldn't have made this an honorable mention. We should actually talk about this since we talked about Mr. Orange. Obama is back on the scene. He's doing
with the gangsta lean.
Right, looking fresh. Like, he ain't got
his first press conference since not being off. He's like,
what's going on?
So what's been going on lately?
You know what? I hate that people say this. They say this to me a lot when I post on my little rants, whatever. Oh, it's just entertainment. No,
it's not.
No, y'all don't understand. They don't understand the psychological priming that's happening when you watching all these different videos of violence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You actually get riled up.
Your mind into saying, oh, it's okay, and that I want to do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, this guy, he he went on Facebook and killed this old man.
That was cool. Whoever saw that, whoever like heard about it and saw it, I think you're crazy. Like I think you're just like
I'm gonna tell you. You know what happened?
I was
on Twitter, right, and I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, I kept seeing like posts.
I didn't know what was going on, and I actually clicked on it. So, because you know, in this world we live in, it's so much stuff that's fake. Sometimes people do stuff for attention. You got these guys as YouTubers, they create these jokes, these pranks.
The pranks, yes. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So I'm like, I'm like, this ain't even real. Yeah. So I don't know what I was thinking, but I clicked on it. I'm like, this probably is not real. Because everybody's saying, I clicked on it. I was probably talking about it for 3 days. You know, I was just hurt by that to actually see that. I was mad at myself that I watched it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I had that Facebook post. Because it was hurting. It was hurting to me because, you know.
So you know, people went on a whole rant about how it wasn't real, it was a conspiracy.
Come on now. Now that's just silly.
I didn't see the whole video footage of him kill that man, but I saw up until the point where he, you know, actually did it. And I'm like, I don't know if this is fake, y'all. This seems very, very real.
That's real, y'all.
Had the family on it.
When I seen that, and you know, I know what a real gun looked like in person, and actually, you know, that old man, you can't fake
the fear that he had.
The fear.
Yeah.
You seen it in his eyes. Oh no. You know, I was ready to cry, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't even imagine the way
the way to go out like that, like
it's not cool.
You lived 70-some years of your life.
Right.
And Easter Sunday, you walking down the street.
And you go out like that.
It's crazy. If we can't use anything, you can use that. Again, social media has turned this. I mean, we can have a whole show about social media. You know, we've talked about it before. On some different cases, we talked about it, how it affects your relationships, how it affects your families. We talked about it all.
Oh yeah. Because I know a lot of people, my family members ain't talking to people within the same family.
Families. Excuse me. I've seen families argue over Facebook.
Oh yeah, I got that.
I was like, are y'all really having an open argument on Facebook?
Yeah.
Whole family having a whole argument on Facebook. I'm like,
they forgot where they are. Like
it's hard. I was just kind of like, yo, this is wild. Like people are like,
and like they'll ask me like, oh, did you see what's so? I'm like, I ain't that mess. I got bills to pay. Like, why can't I see this?
People lose focus on what
reality is. You know what I mean? Listen, so I'm going to jump on your bandwagon and say I have something to promote on social media, right? But it's so addictive. I will admit it because it's like almost I find myself scrolling, and before I really realize, I look up and 20 minutes have gone by, and I'm like, oh my God. I literally just spent 20 minutes. I was definitely at work.
Yeah.
That's you at work. Yeah. You know, because sometimes you want something to take your mind off.
Yes.
The craziness at work or whatever. So you be like, let me just see what's going on in this crazy world.
Exactly. And then before you know it, listen, my sister told me, this was a while ago, she had to get off of Instagram because she would be in meetings and finding herself like scrolling, and then she like one day she kind of like snapped out and was like, I can't do this. And she literally was like, from that point she was like, she couldn't do it. She was like, because it really captivates you. You're really in it. But we can talk about this all day. Yeah. But we are about to end up the Right to Recap, you guys. Again, Tuesday, May 2nd, 2017. That was the Right to Recap for the Lauren Rei Live Show. Real quick, before we go on a break, I have a special announcement.
Oh.
This is about social media as well. As our social media.
Make sure you follow us.
Make sure you follow us.
I'm all social media platforms.
On all social media platforms.
But this is for good though. This is for good.
This is for good. So
positivity.
I normally don't tell everybody to follow my personal page. My friends follow my personal page, family, and stuff like that. And I don't know what happened, but I recently have taken on this alter ego on my personal.
I can tell you what happened.
You can tell me what happened?
Are you talking about the new Instagram?
No, how it happened on Facebook. I don't know how it happened. Okay. But I feel like one day I feel like I was ranting about something. I don't really remember what it was. But I'm known. My second job is being petty. So I I came up with this whole thing where people kind of need to know how to decipher what people are saying to them, what it really, really means. So I came up with this alter ego called the petty translator. And every day, I give somebody some little bit of knowledge on what
you're deciphering codes.
I'm just deciphering codes. Now my girlfriends are mad because I'm deciphering. Normally they said I'm doing too much code.
Because they don't want the secrets to get out.
They don't want to get out. But listen, I feel like I've been told this is the word that I need to spread.
You're Moses.
Because especially with y'all fellas, y'all just don't know what some stuff means. Like y'all just don't. Y'all be like,
it's probably like we don't care, to be honest.
Well, that's definitely a part.
She says y'all, whatever.
Y'all definitely don't care. So yes, everybody, and by popular demand, and because everybody on my Facebook page has been loving it, Petty Translator has his own Facebook page now.
Oh, word. It has its on Instagram too.
It has on Instagram. So you can get your daily dose of the Petty Translator every day.
This is a movement.
I will post something every day. So today for the show, just to give you what today is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, give them a little snippet of what you got.
Today's Petty Translation for him. I just wanted to get background music, where I got to take out. So this conversation. So guys, you come home from work, your girl, she looking like everything's cool, but she not really talking.
So I asked.
You say,
"Yo, are you good?"
And she says, "Yeah, I'm straight." And then you just like,
what do I do? What do you do?
Fellas, yeah, I'm straight means something is wrong. Beware.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Run, jump, skip.
Wait, so is something wrong between the relationship or something happened at work?
No. She mad at you. Right?
Oh,
I'm straight.
That's something that you did. Okay.
Well,
no, I'm straight. I'm straight.
I'm straight. Zigzag.
Oh, we all know. We tell you I'm straight. First of all, you walk in the house and she not really talking, and you like, man, you good?
Oh, yeah.
But you like, yeah, I'm straight.
Yeah.
It's a red flag
That's
for
it.
sure. Hashtag Petty Translation.
All right. So how do you tackle that? Do you like leave, or do you like
well,
it looks like you want to talk.
Listen, if I'm your girl, I'm straight. 30 seconds later is I'm coming at you because it's about something. I told you to take the trash out last night. Why when I came in the house it's still trash?
Stanking up my kitchen, all that. Yeah. Okay.
30 seconds later.
So you got 30 seconds to figure out why something is wrong.
But normally it's not enough time. We normally quick with it. Come on, right?
That's right.
But then you be like, the better than said you was straight.
Yeah.
So y'all over there like, she said she was straight. No, that is nothing. Especially for everything. Do we just think at this point straight is overrated?
Overrated as far as what, like being a rapper?
Yeah.
As a lyricist?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know because he hasn't really put bars together in a while. Like, you know what I mean? Like right now he's a pop star, and that's what his mentality is at. He's about to get that pop money. And I'm not mad at that. Like I said, I'm not gonna put him as my favorite, rapper of all time. But at the moment, he's that dude.
Yeah.
Musically, right? Like for pop music in general.
Well, you know my stance on it. Like I'm a Drake take care fan. Drake. I would even as far as to say nothing was the same.
That was his third album, right?
Nothing was the same. Thank me now.
Yeah.
I'm there. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And if you're reading this, which was supposed to be a mixtape, which is technically a mixtape,
right.
It wasn't an album, it's not that bad.
Right.
But he lost me afterwards.
Yeah.
And I feel like for me, it's two different Drakes. It's almost like he has alter ego. He's one person. He's a pop star, and then he's a rapper.
Right.
You know what I mean? But for me, is it okay to kind of ride that line or ride that wave to be both? I mean, does that make you versatile? Does that take? Because I feel like in hip hop, a lot of artists get shamed almost when you do ride that wave. Like when he does bring out the passion fruit or the I ain't need that one man. Like they don't consider that being hip hop. So are you a hip hop artist or are you a pop artist? Like, but we're artists. It's artists just in general. So it's like, is it okay to cross the line? And I mean, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, what's going to define Drake's career as far as his pertaining to hip hop, he actually gonna have to do an album where he rapping on every song.
Yeah.
He releasing these albums and they pop albums because he's singing on like that Views. He's singing on. It's like 20 tracks.
Yeah,
and he's singing. He only rapped on like 3 songs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you R&B/pop. So to actually, in my opinion, to actually consider, to do some hip hop stuff, he got to release an album where it's bars. He got bars, but he got to rap on every single song, not sing. You know what I mean? So that's just my opinion.
But and I honestly don't think he's like a rapper, and I think that like he kind of boycotted the Grammys this year because he kept getting nominated in rap categories as opposed to like the bigger like best pop vocal. Pretty much the categories that traditionally through the Grammys are like the higher echelon as far as categories. And like so to ride that wave of being a rapper and like a pop star. Let's just be clear. Like hip hop is pop music.
Right.
Like it is the most like money driven genre of music in the game, and it's been like that for years.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, all right, just with that being said, like pop music isn't what traditionally what it was before, like the boy bands and all that stuff. Pop music is R&B and hip hop. So to ride that wave, I think it's okay because I don't think he's just a rapper. I think he's just an artist. He's an artist that happens to rap and sing. So I think the argument is like, do people consider him to be the best rapper or the best artist? And this is me being petty. I'm originally from Texas, and I've been trying to tell my family to come up here. Funny, I've been trying to get my family to come up here for different reasons. And my sister, I told her, she said that earlier this year she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna come for spring break because she got 2 kids, whatever, in high school." And they ended up going somewhere else. I was like, "Oh, that's cool, no worries." And then on Water Rights and on my page, we dropped the Made in America. Oh, I'm looking at flights for that week. My kid, that was them, and then my boy John, I've been trying to get him to come up. He's come up that week.
Actually, my bro Press from Howard is probably watching it. I didn't call him back, but he called me yesterday, and I was doing something. The first thing I heard about was he said hello. He was like, "You see this Made in America shit?" Which means he's from Philly, so which means Press will be in Philly.
So it is a nice lineup.
Yeah.
Solange, 21 Savage,
DMX,
Jay-Z, J. Cole,
PNB
Rock from Philly. They made the lineup.
He was there last year too.
Yeah, he was.
It was. It's a really good lineup for all genres of music. Like I actually like a couple of the Chainsmokers songs.
I just want to see what they're gonna do.
So
Jay-Z and J. Cole. Like what are they gonna do?
So I've seen Jay before. I've seen Jay actually a couple times.
Yeah.
I've seen Jay by himself. I've seen Jay with Kanye. I've seen Jay-Z with his wife. I've seen I went to the On a Run tour, which is actually, and believe it or not, it's one of my favorite concerts, but not because of Beyonce.
Yeah.
Jay.
I heard that by multiple people. Like
she still killed it.
Yeah.
But his sets were
banging.
Just ridiculous. What's the I'll never forget it because it was at the Citizens Bank Center.
Yeah.
He performed Tom Ford.
Oh.
You could feel the rafters moving. And I was like, when the person I was with, I was like, oh my God, do you feel that? Like, I feel like we're moving. It was like, yo, we definitely moving. And it was like, doom, 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 doom. Yeah. Everybody was just like crazy. When you go to the party, it was doom. Yeah. Everybody was, and I was like, yo, for a second, I had to like sit back and take it in because I couldn't believe it was happening. And I was just like, it's basically for me. You felt it, and it was one of his best performances ever. That particular concert, like he did his thing. Like he was out there, like, yeah, I may be 40 plus, but I can still rock an arena. Yeah. Is anyone here like who are you looking forward to hearing the album from that you haven't heard from in a while?
Nas.
I was just about to say that.
That was mine too. Mine was good in 2011. Like that was like 6 years ago.
Actually, one of my questions in that was gonna be, where is Nas? But actually, I just saw Nas on Instagram looking Mighty Okay.
That's that dude.
Definitely Mighty Okay. Number 8.
He was actually producing to Get Down.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wrote all the songs.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. He wrote the poetry.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the song.
Yep. The songs, the poetry. He got Heineken deals. He got the little.
He's supposed to drop some later the end of this year or 2018, early 2018.
Another person who's timeless. Doesn't matter how old he gets, he can still.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I thought Nas is like the coolest dude, like in the game. He's just like.
I've seen him perform so many times.
I've seen him like 3 or 4 times.
Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival
I've never seen him perform.
He came to Temple one year. When I was in Temple, yeah.
Okay.
That was
Got
crazy.
some hits, yo, and he got that energy. Like he got that charisma, you know, turn the beat off and talk to the crowd.
Yeah, I love when he does that, yo.
Yeah, man. It's nice.
I think he's one of those. He's an underrated live performer. Like, because he's very, very reserved, very chill. But when he's on stage, it's like, oh snap! Like, yo, he's spazzing, yo.
Last year when I went to Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival, he headlined that, and he just had a live band to play
all the songs. Yeah,
and he had so much energy with that live band.
I was mad that I didn't get a chance to see when he did the 20th anniversary of Illmatic. So he his whole tour was just him doing Illmatic.
Yeah, and he had the documentary, the movie to go with it.
Yeah,
he got the cats with. I went there,
and he actually performed at Coachella too that year, and he had the band playing Illmatic.
Oh wow!
It was crazy. I was like, damn! I saw that live, yo. Did you see that video or not? Nah.
I just saw around the table, everyone's like, nah, okay.
Honestly, man, yeah. Nah, and actually Jay too. Like it's been 2013 was Magna Carta.
Yeah, wow. That was 2013?
2013.
Wow. That's right.
That's a dope
Wow.
I love that album, man.
And
Everything about it, the art direction, like the
people sway up.
to that.
People sway about that. Some people wasn't really feeling Magna Carta like that.
Oh wow.
Because,
I put that Jay, out of all Jay albums, that's in my top 5 for his.
That's in mine too. Absolutely.
Solid.
Especially.
That's probably 4 for me. Like you think this without Blueprint, Black Album, that was Reason Without
Of course.
I gotta put Blueprint in there too.
But Blueprint definitely goes in there. You know,
Black Album, Magna Carta. I think. I mean,
right.
Yeah,
that's right.
All them other joints, like his double album, I'm good on that. Like that was,
I'm good with
y'all like the Lifetime?
The second one, Volume 2. It had a lot of features, but I liked it.
Volume 2, okay. Volume 2.
I
like Volume 1 actually. I do.
In my lifetime, my lifetime was good.
You know, he had some joints on me.
You got a collection.
Yeah, the archive is crazy.
Yeah. So I'll agree with that. The round table says guys, and backup would be Jay. You never can go wrong with that. But before we head out of here, even though it's 10 o'clock, I have to give you an opportunity to talk about the Hood Genius podcast. What it's about, where they can find you, when it comes on, all that good stuff.
Okay. The Hood Genius podcast, it's me, Ms. 100, and co-host Lady T. And basically, I thought about this. Listen, I'm not no podcaster, you know what I'm saying? I'm a music dude.
Yeah.
But I just looked at it like, alright, I always envisioned the thing, like I look at it, Hood Geniuses, you know, I asked several people, like, what y'all think about the title? And basically what the title of the Hood Geniuses thing is, if you from the hood, you know, it's tough. You know what I'm saying? If you become successful just having a 9 to 5, you're a genius because you are faced with so much pressures. Mm-hmm. Pressures as soon as you walk out the door.
Right.
From your neighbors, pressures from the cops, pressure from peer pressure when you coming up. You know, everything. If you are successful at going to school and not taking in those pressures of saying, at school I'm gonna sell drugs, or you decide to say, oh well, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to hold down my family, whether it's you having 2 to 3 jobs and you got a business, You know, you're an author, you're an artist, painter, singer, dancer, DJ. You're a genius, point blank. To actually make it out of the hood is tough. You face with so much when you coming up out of the hood.
So you give those people the platform.
Yeah, give a platform, and we talk about everything: social issues, entertainment, and we open the door for people that got brands. You know.
I actually like y'all like the logo of the shirt. I was just gonna say, like, I'm a big marketing dude.
Yeah, and I was telling you about that. Like, it was just one day I was like, man, I'll just get a T-shirt just to walk around.
Yeah. You get in love with it?
Yeah, we get mad love with it.
It's crazy. Like, wherever we go, and people don't even listen to the podcast. They're like, I want a shirt. Right. I want a shirt. Now I want a hoodie.
That's the power of like marketing. Like, and you can like have a connection with someone, they don't even know what it is, but like it looks like it evokes something.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared for that. We both wasn't prepared for that.
I mean, I'd be nice hoodies.
Yeah, we was at the Sixers.
Sixers last party. We like, oh, we hungry with a cheesesteak, and we in line, and people like, yo, how can I order a T-shirt? We like,
man.
Got PayPal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
do y'all got hoodies?
We have hoodies as well.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I
love shirts.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But that wasn't the main focus. You know what I'm saying?
It was an afterthought.
You know, it's just a platform to give people. Because, you know, all in all, I thought about it, right? Social media, people get on social media and they rant and they be saying some stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, why we always gotta have these great discussions on social media? You know what I'm saying? Because I think social media it's a disconnect as far as for humans.
I feel like social media for a lot of people is like a diary. Like they need to like they need to like use it somehow. That they feel like that's the only way they can do it. And some people use art, some people use music, some people use social media.
But why not have like that human connection?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can actually sit down, like, all right, you got an issue going in your community. Let's sit down and talk about it. Come on the Hood Jesus podcast. We can talk about that. You know what I'm saying? And promote that and get everybody listening. We could start something off of that. We could start some type of movement off that. You know what I mean?